Hi, my name is Patricia. I am a nutritionist and I am joined by Lisa Bell, and she is the director of I Am Well Holistic. Here in her office, she's going to tell us and talk to us about stress. One time I had a patient. And I was supposed to do their diet calculation. She came to the hospital.
Okay.
And I did the diet, and she would go and then she would say, oh, I don't have appetite, I cannot eat. So I had to go further and ask her if there's something bothering her other than the lack of appetite.
Yeah.
And she was gracious enough to open up and talk about the stress that she was going through. And that was my first encounter with how stress affects nutrition.
That's right.
And how nutrition affects stress. Because if you're stressed, you're unable maybe to eat.
That's right.
And if you eat because of the adrenaline and cortisol and other hormones that are high, sometimes adrenaline makes your digestive tract unable to move bowel.
That's right. That's right.
So there's a whole complexity about these psychosomatic diseases, and then eventually it becomes a real disease.
That's right.
But when you go to the hospital, most people are not looking for the underlying condition. They just want to give you medication.
Yes, and so like in the States, a lot of times now when you go to the doctors, you go to see your doctor and you fill out a form, one of the questions they ask you on the form is, how are you feeling today? And so, and there's like from a 1 to 5, are you feeling stressed? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Are you feeling anxious? Are you feeling like maybe suicidal? Yes, and so the form and so the doctor will know even before you come into his office whether or not you're under stress.
Wow.
And so, because they're now understanding how much stress affects your health.
Sure.
Yes. It does. Yes, and so even with stress can affect how your body metabolizes food, how your body digests food. And so when the body's in fight or flight and you're eating, your body is not taking up the nutrients from the food you're eating.
True.
And so you're eating, but you're not gaining anything. It's not being absorbed and utilized like it should be. And so what happens is the body is going to suffer as a result.
It's true.
And so now you're going to have deficiencies. And so, as you know, with deficiencies, there's going to always be a consequence. And we talked about magnesium.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
Magnesium is something that the body uses to keep it calm. It makes all the organs run smoothly. And so when the body is deficient of magnesium, then you could get spasms in your brain. And you think, okay, I got a migraine, so I'm going to take a migraine medication. It could cause the heart murmur to pump incorrectly or skip a beat. And so now here you are, you're lacking magnesium and you're having heart problems. But you think maybe I'm having a heart attack, maybe there's something going on with my heart, I need to go see the heart doctor. But no, you just need some magnesium. It could cause spasms in the back.
Yeah, see, that's the problem, Lisa. We don't have control over the environment that brings us stress.
Yes.
If you don't mind, can you tell us like one of your most stressful times?
Yes.
And how you handled it, because you have studied
yes
in allied sciences. You understand nutrition, you understand the physiology, you understand the anatomy, you understand the nutrient interactions, but also you're a human being.
That's right.
Who has no control over what happens.
That's right.
And something happened to you and made you feel
That's right.
So stressed out. Can you tell us?
Yes, so I'm a person who I'm really into health. I'm really into health and fitness and eating well. I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, organic fruits and vegetables. But even if you're eating well and you're exercising, I like to exercise. When you go through a stressful event, it still can affect your body in a negative way. So I went through a divorce after 33 years of being married. And so once I was going through my divorce, the stress hit my body and it put my body into menopause. So I was a person who helped other women get through menopause by telling them how they could eat correctly, to get rid of hot flashes. And so I didn't see myself ever having to go through that because my diet was so healthy. But the stress from that event catapulted my body into menopause. And so I went through the hot flashes and the stressfulness in my body. I went through the pain, the right side, my arm, the right side of my legs, and so I was going through that pain, especially at night when I'm trying to sleep and my body's hurting and I couldn't sleep. And so even though my lifestyle was pretty healthy, it didn't matter, because when you go through a stressful event, you have to learn how to manage the stress. And so one of the things I do for stress management is meditation. Just going within, and it's not about suppressing. You don't suppress. You have to bring it up and you have to release it. Because there's bitterness in you, there's anger in you, there's resentment in you, there's unforgiveness in you. And if you don't bring it up, then it's still going to affect your body negatively. And you can still get sick from it. You say, I'm going to forget about it. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm over it. You can say those things, but if you haven't dealt with it and released it, then it's still going to affect you negatively. So in meditation, it's a good way to sit and you close your eyes and you go within and you bring up those events that hurt you. How are they affecting me? How do I feel about this? Have I forgiveness? Have I forgiven? Have I gotten rid of the bitterness? Have I gotten rid of the pain? If you haven't, then you let it out. You cry. It's good to cry.
Yeah.
It's good to cry. Crying is healthy.
Wow.
Yes. So you sit there and you cry. You get angry. You look at the bitterness. You look at the unforgiveness. You look at it and you release it. Understand who you are. You are a powerful person. Okay? You didn't come on this earth to sit in bitterness and anger and unforgiveness. That's not why you're here. Okay? So you look at all this and you say, I'm good. Okay? And once you go through it and you cry through it and you think about it, once you think about it, then you can release it. And then when you come back to your next meditation, over and over again, it's going to take some time. The first time it's not going to be. You might come back and cry over and over and over again. But one day, you're going to stop crying. And one day, you're going to say, I'm good. I'm okay. And that's how you do it. And so meditation is a great tool. There's a saying that prayer is talking to God and meditation is listening to God.
Wow.
And so when you're in the meditation, you're listening, and the Most High is healing you. And He's saying you're going to be all right.
Yeah.
And you're good.
The Gikoyos, did you hear that? Meditation. You need to meditate.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Let me tell you something.
Uh-huh.
I'm in this group of people, and Christians in this country, I don't know about other countries, but in this country, I've had Christians who say, oh, meditation is wrong, oh, yoga is evil, oh, it's gonna do this. But then I sit down and think to myself, come on. Meditation and yoga is a science.
That's right.
It's you breathe in, you breathe out.
Right. That's
it's
right.
It's a body movement.
That's right.
And that's how you release this.
And that's what all our ancestors did.
Exactly.
The ancients did that. Even in the Bible, all through the Bible, David meditated. He said, I meditate day and night.
And it's like saying, Lisa, it's like saying, nutrition is evil.
Yeah.
Because for me, when a Christian says yoga and meditation is evil, it's the equivalent of someone saying eating healthy is evil. But eating healthy is not evil.
No.
It's not evil.
No.
Our psychology has needs.
Yes.
And if those needs are not met, and if we don't address when our psychology is traumatized, it seeps in into the neurons,
right.
into the nervous system.
Right. That's right.
The nervous system, for example, for the food to move from the mouth all the way to the anus, there needs to be contraction of the muscles, the nerves helping that.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So if you are not at a state of ease, rest and digest,
That's right.
you are going to have problem with constipation, lack of, it is, the list is endless. And for me to hear someone talk about what is healthy is
That's right. That's right.
it's just very saddening.
That's right. Well, you think about it, the whole world is built on a system of capitalism. And somebody has to be at the top in that. Somebody has to be in control. Okay, somebody has to be the billionaires, the trillionaires, and the rest of us have to be the peasants. So in order for them to have control over the world, you cannot know your power. You cannot know who you are.
You cannot know who you are.
You cannot know who you
cannot
are.
know how to protect yourself from
Yes, no.
diseases.
You cannot know how much control you have in creating your own reality. You have the power to create your own reality. But in order for the masses to be controlled, certain things have to be, certain things you shouldn't know. And one thing you should not know is how to control your own destiny. And in meditation, you go within, and when you're going within, you learn how to control your destiny.
Wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
And so the powers that be are the ones who gave us colonization. They're the ones who gave us slavery. They're the ones who gave us religion and Christianity.
Yeah.
And they took away spirituality. So our ancestors were spiritual. Our ancient ancestors were spiritual.
Yes.
Our modern ancestors were religious.
So how can we get that back? How can we go back to the roots of, or rather, okay, the West, Lisa, did their mistakes. Okay,
They're still doing it.
but we as Africans, we also have to take responsibilities
Yes,
for our own destinies.
That's right. That's
We have
right.
to take responsibility for our own health. So as we go along with Miss Lisa, we will make this a series, and we will talk next time about how can we manage stress, because you don't have control over what happens to you. Let nobody lie to you, and you know the cause of your problems. That does happen. Problems happen to people, and there's a way that you can manage them through food and meditation, yoga,
Stress
and
management.
stress management, exactly, so that you become a healthy individual. So next one, I hope you will stay tuned and you will wait for our next episode. We will be talking and doing some of the things that you can do to help you manage stress and eat healthy. My name is Patricia Henry. I am a nutritionist, and I have been joined by
Lisa Bell.
And this has been such a pleasure. I hope we can do more of this, and I hope you will keep watching. Thank you so much. Bye bye for now.